The harder you grind, the bigger your dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger your dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said you're up and I'm up. This is the Grind Hard Dream Big Show, and I'm here with
Maurice, regular guy.
You said a regular guy?
Regular guy.
You're not a regular guy. Come on now.
Regular.
Regular.
Okay.
So Maurice, the regular guy. That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah, Maurice, regular guy.
Okay. How are you feeling spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally?
Whew.
I know that's happening.
That's
right?
a loaded question.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming with it.
Spiritually, I'm always good.
Okay.
What was next?
Mentally.
Mentally, I've been messed up the entire COVID.
Physically.
I was in the best shape of my life at this time last year. I had lost 30 pounds, but then Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna clap that up. That's all right.
But then Thanksgiving, and it was up. And it was stuck there. The weight, that is. And then what was after that? It was more.
What is it?
Physically, mentally, emotionally?
Emotionally, yes.
Well, that's kind of tied in with mentally. So
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Probably an emotional wreck.
So, that's all right.
Most
that's all
days.
right. That's all right. That's all right. So, this community work. You know what I'm saying? What does community mean to you?
Let me see.
You gonna laugh.
Alexa,
It's all good.
Community work community, just the encompassing the area outside of the radius when the Nah, man, community is you and the people you interact with daily. I think people look at the community as just like your block and the surrounding 5 blocks. So if I'm around all these hood people, it's them. It don't encompass the other colored people that live up. Like, the community is just the people you engage with and interact with. You know what I'm saying? All the time on a regular.
Yeah, because some people have different, like you said, people have different connotations of it. Oh yeah, man, I'm just taking care of my street.
Sides.
You feel me? Oh
Right.
yeah, I live on this block. Oh, I live in this park. I live here, so I'm not, So what really made you want to, hop into the community work? Because, like I said, seeing what you do, being inspired, even being in the trenches with you, like seeing it, it's like.
I don't think any one thing made me, I don't even, the funny thing is, I know what I do, but I don't even feel like I do anything. I don't have one thing. You know how you got Tony Lewis Jr. helps people with re-entry and prison reform, or Trayon White, you know what I'm saying, a politician. I don't feel like I have that one focused area of interest.
Okay.
But just flat out caring, I feel like it came from just being in church with my mother. You hear God loves a cheerful giver. It's better to give than to receive.
Absolutely.
And those things, or seeing my father support black businesses before supporting black businesses was a thing to be doing. So it just make you want to help people. But honestly, you know what? I just thought about it. It might have came from rap.
Okay.
So the CEO of the label I'm on, Top Dog, Infrared's used to stay in front row of every show.
Okay.
Any open mic was that, he stood the front row all night and just made people shout him out and show love. But he wasn't doing it to get the reciprocation. He was just doing it because he really was enjoying himself and showing love to others. So it started with supporting people musically to just supporting. So that music artist might now have a brand, a clothing line or something. So you just go, the support just carries on.
Right.
And then, just showing up at artists when they did little give backs, they made it, not little, I don't want to belittle nobody's events, but maybe you come to the open mic and it's a discount if you bought some school supplies,
right,
or winter items for the homeless. So it went from that to maybe seeing some people do stuff and maybe I didn't like the way they were doing it. So
right.
I said, you know what, I'm going to do it myself. The DMV Awards, that one fight that happened, I was a little blown because it was on the news and it made artists look like savages. So my idea then was I want to make the news.
Right.
And I wanted to be for something positive.
Right.
And then that's where the Santa Claus idea came from, even though I didn't know what Santa Claus was going to be.
Got you. Because I'm about to say, it's a big thing. And like I said, even myself, in the early stages of it, seeing it, I'm like, all right, cool. This is another life for me. This was inspiring. Like I said, when I saw you, it was just like, okay, cool. this is what he's about. This is what he wants to do. And then obviously, you know, we got accustomed to seeing each other in these same places. I'm like, this ain't no accident.
Oh yeah, nah. The community events is the usual suspects, man. Like it's funny because we feeding the homeless tomorrow, and once people see pictures of us, you know, preparing the food and helping, it'll be let me know when the next time is. And I'm like, why ain't none of y'all see the flyer in advance when I posted?
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. So they feeding the homeless tomorrow, y'all. It's on Vermont Avenue, man.
yeah, so it's just crazy to me that I don't know. I just like people to do what they say they going to do. I know I had a photo shoot one time for Santa Claus, and all these people of notoriety were there. And I'd had people that I invited that didn't show up that then later seen who was there. And it was like, oh, man, I wish I knew so-and-so was going to be there. I needed to holler at him. And I'm like, I knew you needed to holler at him. That's why I put it together the way I did. You missed out. You
That's
know what
crazy.
I'm saying? So
yeah.
you got to do stuff for the reason you're supposed to be doing it, and good things that come. Like every time I feed the homeless, it's not a million people. Every time we do a turkey drive, it's not a celebrity there. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't.
Right.
But we gonna do what we came to do, regardless of
you know
what I'm saying.
Who's there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man. The desire to help just it was embedded, man.
Yeah, I was about to say because even with that, I remember Verizon Center, Capital One, and that everybody being out there, you kind of push
positive peer pressure.
Yeah,
I was a bully.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
Nah,
it was just like
man.
yeah. And I remember I woke up early. It was like maybe 6:37 in the morning. It's like, Jay, what you about to do? You know what? I'm about to go out there.
So with that, NBC and they link up with whatever food partner they link up with, and they do a food drive every year for Thanksgiving. So I've gone down there the last 5, 6, 7 years, and my thing is I always challenge the rappers to come match me something. Pull up with a turkey, come match me a dub or whatever have you, and then they later realized the benefit that came with it. They done did an interview on the news or maybe Channel 4's Facebook stream or something, but like attention came with it. But then also watching your peers pull up and you be like, oh, I know him too, and you realize that you was a part of something greater, something bigger than yourself. Like it's self-rewarding.
Yeah, because I was gonna say even with that, like I remember being down there in Dyson. You know what I'm saying? Alexander, I seen him do a show before, and it was like, yo, yeah, I knew he did music, but that was kind of dope to see, you know what I'm saying?
It make you want to rock with a person on a whole nother level, because now you seeing the character of the person.
Right.
Like, even with rappers, when I used to tell people, if I wanted to do a collab, I wanted to hang out with them first. Right. I want to go bowling. I want to go do something. I want to get to talk. The song is going to be better now, because I'm learning about your life. Like, Visto one day wanted to do a song. He sent me this beat. And it was pretty. It was roses and flowers, and that's like, Visto, this ain't for me and you. Like this ain't the one. I'm a battle rapper, bro. Yeah. But we got to talking, and we realized both of our parents was on dialysis, and I'm like, that's the common thread right there. No, we never did the song. That would have been the one though, to talk about pursuing this music stuff because we got to do it because we want to change somebody's life, and you know what I'm saying. So their rapport makes everything better.
Got you. Yeah, nah, for sure. Because I was about to say, like, connecting those dots and then meeting those people, like, I think I learned a lot about just community in the DMV and just relationships and just, of course, the consistency, not just doing it and you doing it for your own personal gain, per se, but just okay, cool, this is intentional, this is really me being genuine.
I mean, I guess
that's what I learned over time.
The real answer to the original question is just because I know somebody's in need. Like that's the reason, because I've been in need and someone was there for me, or I've been in need and no one was there for me. For that very same reason, for both of those reasons, I want to help the next person.
Gotcha.
Because I know what it feels like to need and nobody be there for you. And I know what it's like to need and people show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then sometimes that no one's there for you thing is a lie. We don't realize it's a lie, but you only asked one person.
Right.
Like you need to borrow $80 to get gas or to get on Metro to get to work for like 4 or 5 days and get lunch or whatever. You asked one person and they wasn't able to do it or didn't want to do it. Right. And now all of a sudden, nobody's there for me when I need it. I was like, come on, bro.
Like, can somebody say just you ask one person, there's probably 8 billion people in the world, but you only ask one.
Right. So and weird. I mean, so like with Help DMV, you know, I'm raising money to help people pay past due bills. So I have people DM me and say, it's almost like it's a pre-scripted line, but I get it. It's, you know, I hate asking people for anything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, listen, before you even come to me and ask me to share your GoFundMe or whatever it is, or maybe you don't have a GoFundMe,
right.
but before you come to me and ask me for $4,000, ask your friends. I suggest even more so posting it on Facebook because these are your close friends and probably your family too.
Right.
And they know your character. They know what you would have done for others and all that. And honestly, I'm thinking to myself, if you made it, if you weren't too ashamed to make it, because sometimes you got to get out your own way and just make it because you never know who's willing to help.
Facts.
But if you make it and your close friends and family don't want to support, that honestly makes me a little skeptical.
Right. Because it's like, why wouldn't they want to support
I'm
you,
like,
but
so
you
you've been posting this for 7 days now, you got $5?
Yeah. Something
It makes me want, are you on drugs? Why aren't they? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you a thief? Like, that may not be the case, but it really makes me wonder that. But I'm like, if you go on there and you do that, and let's say your goal is $4,000, and you come to me and it's $2,500 already in it, I can help you get the rest of that.
Right.
I might be like, okay, you know what? For everybody that gives $20, I'm gonna put up another $5 towards it, and boom, next thing you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you gotta. No one should work harder for you than you do for yourself.
Right, yeah, I agree. Because I'm about to say, that's where we at right now. Like, I feel like, okay, people may look at you like, man, you know what, man? He know everybody. So, like, just because he know everybody, I could be around him. And I think it's just a notion of, okay, man, you want to win. If you want to win, you're going to say what you do, right? Okay, you're going to do what you say. Or you just want to look like a winner. And I feel like that's...
Yeah, social media got us looking like we winning for real. That's why one time last year I had $28 in my account, and I posted it. And my man came up with this mantra called "broke on purpose," and I didn't do that for I don't know what reason somebody may thought I did it, but I did it to show, all right, I'm not all the way up right now, but I still got a job. I'm gonna get paid again, and I'm gonna get up. And I want you to see that the process, like you ain't the only one that's going through what you're going through, and understand somebody else made it, you can make it too. Everything I do is for motivational purposes. And even with that situation, 2 minutes later, I seen someone announce that they had cancer and they was fundraising. So I took $20 of the 28 and donated it to them. You know what I'm saying? And I was left with $6. But what ended up happening, I think we got a stimulus check. Maybe it was $600, like 3-4 days later. I took that. I went to the casino. I won every day for like 2 weeks to the point where I had $6,000. So I said, you know what? We're going to take $5,000 of this and I'm going to give it away. In order to raise more money. So I said, okay, we're going to do a $1, $2 raffle. Y'all can win this $5,000. Maybe we can give it 50 days or something like that. Ended up raising $13,000 to help people pay their bills. Right, and that's what I'm saying. You could have used that for yourself, whatever, but you because clearly I just recently didn't have any money. Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You just a genuine guy. But that's what makes it laughable when somebody shares my post and somebody be like, "Oh, that's a scam." Not the people that follow me, right? Because they know me, but I tell people if you share my post and someone thinks it's a scam, you should be offended. They think you gullible, or they don't trust you. Like I can't feel a way. They don't know me, and I get that everyone don't move how I move, but that's just what makes it laughable. I'm like I'm putting up my own money, and a lot of community people have a problem with that. How do you fundraise so well, or why my fundraiser ain't moving the way yours is? What are you willing to put into your own cause? Yeah, you got to. You got to show me you believe in your cause. Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because even with Grind Hard, Dream Big, some people probably look at it like, oh, yeah, man, it's just a podcast. But like I said, with Grind Hard, Dream Big, I was able to do, a plethora of things. I was able to connect with other, organizations as well and just add value to value. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what it was. And I actually put up my own, money, like you saying, too, to make it happen. Regardless. Cross networking is an amazing thing, man. Like, I don't think just supporting someone and doing something genuine benefits you as well. Right, yeah. I used to say that to artists about supporting their peers. Right. So let's say Wale drops an album. Right. All the DMV artists supposed to be his team. Right. Then Fat Trail drops an album. Right. We all get behind. So what the labels are looking at like, you know what? That region supports itself. Right. I'm going to go grab me an artist from the DMV too. Exactly. Before you know it, you got more people in the springboard to taking over the industry. Exactly. But people are thinking so selfish, like, he ain't never shared my flyer. Yeah. Like, okay, he can't share 6 million people's, you know what I'm saying? Right. But when you do stuff genuinely for others, and you're happy for others, because every time somebody in the DMV get a record deal, I got a record deal. I swear I signed 50 times already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like I said, you're just connected, and I just feel like that too. So it's just like, man, my success, I shouldn't hate on yours, because you know what I'm saying, I literally seen that, and I think you've been in those spaces where it's like, okay, I've seen people elevate, and I mean, yeah.
There's no reason to hate on anybody else. Like, it's room at the like.
Nah, it's room at the table. Yeah.
But I mean, my thing is, I done got to the point, if I don't like something, I just don't speak on it.
Facts.
Like, I've seen on the timeline, you know, people cancel something, then all of a sudden it seems they're uncanceled.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Because a hot clothing item came out or a new song.
Right.
I don't say nothing. If I cancel something, I just cancel it. You don't even know that it's canceled.
Exactly. Cause
you don't know that I haven't listened to this person in a decade or ate at this place. Because I'm not even about to tell you. Because to me, people are just fickle.
Yeah.
They're real wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Because, I mean, there's a lane for everybody. Like I said, even with the artists, the DJs, clothing lines, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even with your platform, you've brought, you know, like I said, I feel like the reason why you have those conversations or it comes out the way you want it to is because, you know, you generally know these people or you've had some type of...
I mean, and I put thought into what I'm doing too, man. Like, I've always told people that it takes effort. It takes a lot of effort to make something look effortless.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Michael Jordan and Kobe look like they ain't never miss.
Right.
But that's because they put up 500 shots in the gym.
Right.
Steph Curry pulling up from the logo, like, it's a reason he can do that.
Yeah, exactly. He probably took like probably 100 of those shots and probably made like 15 of them. But, you know what I'm saying, when we see it in real time.
You want the crossover Iverson gap, you ain't put in that practice. You know what I'm saying? I know I said Iverson in practice, but still, he did that, though. He really did that,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, since you on basketball, okay.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We can talk about basketball.
Let's talk about it.
Two, like, top 5 players you liked? You know what I'm saying? Your top 5 players you liked. Like, ever, yeah.
Ever?
That you watched. Like, you came across.
Okay.
Like, you either watched the game or you literally...
The first one going to mess everybody's head up.
Okay, that's fine.
And the reason this person is the person for me is because we're the same to a degree. Okay. John Stockton, my all-time favorite NBA player ever.
Okay.
John Stockton shot 50% from the field, but led the league history in assists.
Mm-hmm.
That's me with rap. I can rap, but I'm still trying to figure out how to put the next man on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or assisting people. Like, I need the money myself. It be times I got more money in my Cash App from fundraising than I have in my own account.
Okay.
I'm thinking past first. It's how I am.
Right, okay.
So I grew up a Utah fan because I'm just like, this man is the epitome of what his position is. He's a pure point guard.
Pure point, yeah. He definitely is.
Clearly Michael Jordan.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, arguably the best scorer to ever. Yeah, best ever.
It's not arguably.
It's not.
Well, it is what it is.
Like, nah, but you know,
because when you look at
career
stats though and points per game, like LeBron's going to have more points than Jordan.
Right.
But if you look at the amount of games played, like that, it'd be asterisks by these stats that people don't factor in. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So
Jordan never seen a Game 7, by the way. In the finals. That's the crazy part.
He didn't go there to lose either.
Yeah, he didn't. Nah. Facts.
So Stockton, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. It's funny because I love flashy passes and assists. So you would think Magic would be, but if you look at like their top 10, 20 greatest assists, Bird's passes are a little flashier than Magic's.
Oh, okay.
But he ain't the top 5. I just wanted to point that out, though.
That's a fact. Okay, that's cool.
I'm not saying he ain't top 5 players, but yeah. All right, so for me, you got Jordan, Kobe, John Stockton.
So that's 3, okay.
Hakeem Olajuwon, just because of what he did in 94, 95. Like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah. I heard he sun-shacked a lot of times.
Shaq, Ewing, Robinson, Barkley, all of them. All right, so that's 4. T-Mac without the injuries, yeah.
Ooh, I like that. T-Mac, I like T-Mac too. Wait, Orlando T-Mac or Houston T-Mac? Just
both of them without the injuries.
I got you. Because, I mean, those 13 points.
But I might have to
seconds,
make that number 5 a tie because Allen Iverson, one of the greatest players to ever do it. To be his height and do what he did is ridiculous, man.
I got you. I mean, if I were to piggyback off of that, I agree with you.
But that's who I watched.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Bill Russell and other people on the list.
Yeah.
But I'm who I watched.
Yeah, for me, watched. Yeah, I ain't going to lie, man. Yeah. I like Kevin Durant's game because I just like that. Of course. Point guard, I definitely have to say Chris Paul. I like how he plays.
That's what I tried not to go by position. Yeah, otherwise I don't have Kobe and Jordan.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Kobe's there too. Braun is there, and then I'd say probably my 5th.
Curry.
People are gonna probably
Curry. No.
Curry is electrifying. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, this your list. Who's your 5th?
My last, I'm gonna have to say Dirk Nowitzki. I like Dirk's game.
love Dirk's game.
I love Dirk's game.
Yeah,
it
no
was
problem.
just different. You feel what I'm
I mean,
saying?
that's the thing. But who your favorite five
Yeah,
to
those my
watch
favorite,
was
yeah.
can't be wrong.
Yeah, it's
you
not
know
wrong.
What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
Like,
your favorite five. Like, I like Curry. He's electrifying. But like I said, those are my five.
facts. Me and my stepson argue all the time. He think Klay Thompson's a better shooter. I think it's Steph. It is what it is.
I mean, Steph is just.
You like
he's
him.
another
I
level.
mean, it ain't
Yeah,
like
no,
we
no,
arguing
that's the
about
thing,
two
though.
people that can't shoot.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me? And the thing about it is, Steph creates more than Klay.
All right, but now it's time for us to disagree.
Okay, that's
we got
a
to
bet.
argue. So we gotta go to battle rap.
Yeah, that's
My
fine.
opinion is more valid than yours because I'm a battle rapper.
Okay, we'll see.
You know what I'm saying? You just a fan, so it's a little different, man.
All right, what we gonna do?
So did Beloved fall off?
No.
No, he didn't. I fell asleep on the Geechee Gotti battle.
Okay, so
but I'm seeing people saying it was scary hours.
So what I would say is this: I like Lux's first round. I like the angle. Geechee was rapping too. I had it personally 1-1 going into the third, but Lux stumbled in the middle of his third round.
Okay.
So because Geechee got his round off clearer, I don't really feel like it was like haymaker after haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. But I'm not mad that people said Geechee won.
All right, so give me.
I don't think that Lux fell off though.
All right, so give me your Mount Rushmore battle rap all time.
All time.
All time.
Wow.
My all time different than yours. My age.
I know.
You can blame it on the age
This
difference.
positive peer pressure he giving me right now,
Yeah,
y'all.
man.
All right, so
If Murder Mook ain't one of them, you wrong.
Mook is one.
Okay, I was just.
Mook is one,
We
and
just
this is my top five, and this is me.
No,
preferably.
we're doing the Mount Rushmore. It's only four.
All right, so it's only
four.
five.
It's only four.
All right, so Mook is there.
We agree.
Hollow's there.
He was.
Okay.
Hey, this is my mom. I have to answer this. Hello, mother. I'm in New Carrollton, and I'm doing a podcast at the moment, so I'm going to call you back in 20 minutes. A podcast. All right. I am going to come by there. I got you. Bye.
It's all good. It's all good.
My mother wants me to rake the leaves or something.
That's all right. That's okay.
Because she did not call me.
That's okay. That's fine.
But I'm in her city.
Right. For sure. It's all good.
I'm
It's
in
all
my
love.
city. By the way, I just want to point that out.
That's fine. That's
I'm from
cool.
the home
All
of
right,
the streets.
so we got Mook. Hollow's there.
Hollow
You
was
said
there.
was,
He was there
but
for
that's
me. I haven't really liked, but I mean, I hadn't liked Mook's last couple of performances
fine.
or Lux, but Lux is on the
Yeah,
the
Lux
Mount
is on
Rushmore.
mine. Lux is
Lux
on
and
mine.
Mook locked in.
Yeah, Lux and Mook are locked in. I said Hollow. You said no. That's fine.
I don't know who I'm replacing with yet either. So
And then it's hard because part of me wants to put DNA there.
just on the consistency
Off
and longevity,
that, yeah,
I know.
that's why. And
know.
then if I would have,
I just can't. I won't.
And if I were to pick a fourth, it would probably have to be Arsenal.
Can't be mad at that.
That's the only reason why. Yeah.
Hitman took it the furthest. Do you have to put him on there because of that? Do you feel obligated at all?
I'm not mad at him, man.
Do
I'm
you
not
argue-
mad if somebody said Hitman was
You
more
understand the
powerful.
argument? What about Charlie Clips?
No.
No third round for you.
Is that the fact? Is that and
Him
then-
and Sue Surf, no third round, so they don't
Nah.
make it. All right, so I'm going Mook and Lux for sure.
That's cool.
I have to go Daylight.
I'm not mad at that.
Daylight just raps better than these people.
I'm not mad at that.
You got people like Iron Solomon that just can rap, but I'm going Mook, Lux, Daylight. I like K-Shine.
Shine is fire.
He's on like an incredible run. Gotti's going to have to continue to do it a little bit more. Mook, Lux, Daylight. I can go with Arsenal.
I'll say Arsenal because of the longevity and the
I
fact
can
that
go with Arsenal.
he did URL, he did Grind Time, he did UW. You know, I looked at it outside of URL. That's why. I mean, you know.
It should probably be more better though, because like I'm like Cassidy, I'm 5,000 in the streets. Like this was before the cameras,
man,
before
Cassidy
you
lost,
seen it.
though.
That's
Cassidy
no
lost by
in the
3.
streets, okay. Before the cameras.
Oh, before the camera.
Yeah,
oh,
we don't
okay.
lose when ain't nobody around
when
to say
nobody
we
around,
lost.
huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Also, did you hear the news?
Except for I have lost.
So you know, top of the year is supposed to be Freeway and Cassidy. They bring
I
that
don't
back.
want to see that. I'm not sure.
I thought you was.
I'm
I
not
thought it was something that you could revisit to be like, all right, you know what?
I ain't like it the first time. To
Oh,
be
wow,
honest
okay.
with you, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'd rather you give me Lady Luck and Remy Ma again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who would you take? Since you just sat there and said that battle, who would you take second go around?
for Luck and Remy?
Yeah,
Luck has better bars, but Remy has
that stage
the
presence
better
is different.
charisma and all that. So That in battle rap, we know that's made a difference. I've seen so many people lose and they shouldn't have because they were better lyrically, but the other person outperformed them.
Right.
So it's really a matter of preference there. I'm giving Luck the bars, but I'm giving Remy the delivery and personality.
I ain't mad at that.
The thing with Freeway is I'm just not sure he's going to be able to adapt.
Yeah, he said he has, though. I mean, they made the announcement. So
yeah, but everybody watches it and still can't do it. Joe Budden versus Hollow the Don was cringeworthy. It was cringeworthy. It was really cringeworthy.
So right now, since we're talking about battle rap, right now, like who is one of those? I guess within the last 3 or 4 years that you like watching and you would root for, just to be like, all right, cool, not necessarily Mount Rushmore status, but this person is literally here to stay.
You got some people that can just flat out rap, and when they come at their best, they very hard to beat.
Okay.
So that would be Danny Myers.
Okay.
Rum Nitty.
I'm not mad at that.
And Tay-Rock, when they're at their best, they are very difficult to beat.
Okay. So no Chess. No Chess is there.
Chess has been impressing me something serious the last couple of battles, man. Like, shout out to the young boy.
Yeah, Chess. Okay. What about? Well, I mean, it's kind of. Well, see, the thing is, Easy's fairly
I don't like him.
old.
He reminds me of Sue Surf. He thinks he's better than he is.
Surf to me is okay.
Surf is good. He's really good.
Yeah.
But Surf is an all-star. He is a perennial every year all-star. He's not a dream team player. Like I don't want him on my dream team.
I got you. Ooh, and you're the first person that actually said that because everybody else I talk battle rap with, they'd be like, man, you crazy if you don't sit there and put Surf in there.
Nah, he wins. He finds with his style, what he does just isn't. You know what I'm saying? Some people are going to give you the real life bars, and he's going to do that, but like you got too many reaches, and like I think he can rap really well.
Right.
I really do, but it's just honestly. People might like him better as a rapper outside of battle.
I'm not gonna lie.
So that's no knock to him. That's greatness. You know what I'm saying?
He to me, he can rap well. I've heard some of his material. I'm not gonna knock it. You know
now we talking music.
Yeah.
This DMV scene, man.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you can ask a high schooler about DMV artists and they can name 10, 15, 20 artists. Like that wasn't always a thing.
Nah, it wasn't. I think you could only. I think maybe years ago you could probably only name 5. If that.
Right. When I started, you couldn't name that many. It was Wale and Tabby, and that's where the list stopped.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who you heard on the radio.
Right.
After that, like now, there is so many people with record deals.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Like it's really a viable option now. Like
who in the DMV has really caught your eye as of late? Because I mean, I know, like, okay, we were to sit there and make a list, right?
I'm old, man.
I know, but I'm just saying. Okay, so let's. All right, so let's do it. All right, so
I don't even listen to artists in DMV or in the music industry past like 2009.
Okay, so
Wale's class of music, I don't even listen to nobody past then.
Wow. Okay.
I don't understand it. Like I'm just being real with myself.
And that's cool.
You know
and that's
what I'm
cool to
saying?
be real. Okay, because like I said.
There's some people making moves that I respect.
Okay. And
the way IDK moves is crazy to me.
Yeah,
you
shout
roll
out to
out
IDK
an album with
sure.
Forbes.
Yeah.
With Forbes? Then you go teach a class at an Ivy League school. Was that Harvard or Yale or Princeton or something like that?
He definitely
that's
did that.
Crazy.
And he definitely did a dope community event where, everybody was playing basketball, the food trucks
we
was
painted
out there.
We painted the court first.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, man, look, he was out there.
No. There's not going to be an artist from here that's going to ever do community work, and I'm not going to show up because I call on them too much and call them out too much to not do that.
Yeah.
So, like, let's take a minute to address that.
Right.
Shy Glizzy gave $10,000 to Martha's Table. He just gave $10,000 to some people, like he did a tournament or a live or whatever, and he picked somebody's business to give 10 bands to.
Right. I think it was a Shark Tank thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So then Aunt Glizzy, I seen him give away toys for Christmas, bought all kinds of PPE stuff when COVID first happened.
Right.
Like you can have all these bad things to say about people and their content and their music. JG Riff when he did the peace walk because the young brother found some way to express how he felt about the violence needing. Like these are things we can't gloss over.
Yeah, we can't.
Like you gotta address these things when they happen. So shout out to all the young artists in the city doing their thing and showing up for the community. Shelly the MC has been down with the Dome UDC with Ron Moten. They was just at Howard's not at Howard, I'm sorry, at Baloo's homecoming.
Right.
Wale on the Breakfast Club speaking out about what's going on at Howard University. Like these is things you gotta like that's supposed to run like the rumor mill.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yeah, and that's dope because they taking pride in the area and where they from and what they doing. So I being from the DMV and seeing it is just a beautiful thing to see. Like for me, I know the artists. Like I would say, Wale, Light Show for sure. I ain't gonna lie though, Nucci's different. Nucci, I like his music a lot. But I like what he does
I
too.
have heard Nucci's music.
Yeah, I like Nucci too.
I definitely Nucci can rap.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful for me. Just like we're watching Gary Payton Jr. The second do all these dunks in the NBA. And he's like, bro, watch your father. It's the same thing I do when I'm watching Nucci rap. I'm like, yo, like I wanted to like your father, like Boobie with the Oi Boys was different. Like I look to him like I see him the same way I see Big G.
Okay.
Like you was doing it before me,
right?
And I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like when I started rapping, you wanted to get on stage at a backyard show and rap. Like that was because they were the people. Like how radio personalities don't realize they're celebrities. Here, go lead mics and radio person. Those are celebrities, and now these artists coming up like those are celebrities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm about to say, and then even the relationships with that and seeing those people, like and shout outs to the Quicksilver, shout outs to the Little Bacon Bears, Dominique the Diva, Poet, you know what I'm saying?
Some of the real.
Sunny in the City.
Real
all these
real
people that I've literally seen. Like, for me, I speak on people I've literally seen in places, and I'm pretty sure it's plenty more. But, like, those people that I've literally seen in the community, and that's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so.
And I know it's one thing that it's a part of their job, but some people literally generally just practice it over and over again, even when they're not on the clock. So
okay, so on the DMV artists, all-time favorite DMV songs, like whatever. You're gonna forget some, I know,
of course.
But just to me, I didn't realize how big Crew was.
Crew's big.
At first. I seen a girl that lived in Louisiana tweeting about it. But I looked over it because she follows a lot of artists from here. So I was like, all right, she was a Wale fan. She started following other people, but she was like, they played on the radio all day. I'm like, it's on the radio all day there? I'm like, it's big. Like, I didn't realize it because I just thought this area found the song they liked and they was supporting it. But no, then I seen the Grammy. I was like, oh. Okay, we nominated Grant. Oh, okay. It's big. You know what I'm saying?
That joint was a big record. I think Awesome was big, too.
Awesome was incredible.
Because I remember it had this viral moment when Beyonce did something with it.
Yeah, she had danced too.
Yeah.
So speaking of Glizzy, Cut It.
Yeah,
that remake, like too. That song is
that
his
was
now.
Big too. Yeah,
that song is now his. It's just now his.
Yeah, O.T. Genesis had the original version.
You know how Lil Wayne and 50 Cent used to take people's songs and Cut It belongs to Shy Glizzy.
Yeah.
So that's 2 for Shy Glizzy.
Yeah.
That's 3 for Shy Glizzy. Shout out to Shy Glizzy.
Yeah,
that's
Shy
3.
Glizzy.
Loyalty. Do Baby Wale and Fat Trail. That was a big one.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was a big record too. That was a big record.
Cremate 'Em by Fat Trail. I love that sample.
Yeah. I mean, Bait was a big record.
Bait is an extremely big record.
Yeah, that was a big record.
One of my favorite songs by Wale was the one. It was on the MMG compilation. Then I think it was on Ambition too. That Way.
Yeah, That Way was nice with Jeremiah. Yeah,
that was my song.
That was a nice. Yeah, that was. He's had nice records though.
No, Wale got hits. I want to see Wale and J. Cole do a versus.
Ooh,
same
talking
class.
About some peer
friends.
Pressure, positive peer pressure right there.
And
that would be good though.
Who got more hits than like?
Yeah, and I think I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody don't have 20 hits.
And I'm not gonna lie.
They reaching with some of these verses.
It will be, and it's gonna be very, very close.
It's gonna be a lot closer than you expect.
Yeah, it'll be closer. So since we're on this hip hop topic, and I know that I'm saying it's not DMV where I'm about to take it.
Okay.
How'd you feel about the Locks and Dipset? If you saw it for one, or when you grew up listening to them, yeah. How did you feel about it? How did you feel about it?
I knew it wasn't gonna go the way people thought it was gonna go. Like I think a lot of people thought Dipset was gonna run away with it. I said, okay, let's Google. Let's look at the songs, because what you gotta realize is you talking about features and everything as well.
Right.
It's a lot. It's brought into play. Like what you're on and all that. I'm like, they on songs with Biggie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got Notorious.
Then I'm just like, okay, Dipset was on the Rock, so Cam on songs with Jay. Like you know what I'm saying? So you start realizing that this could be a little bit closer.
Right.
Now I think the live performance aspect of it is what changed it.
Okay.
The Locks perform all the time together.
Yes, they do.
I saw them recently, like prior to that. So I'm just like, I know what's gonna happen. All them back and forth Jada and Styles do, they feed off each other better than it, like maybe MOP does it as well. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew that. Now you also had the fact that Jewels had been locked up for a few years.
That too.
Cam wasn't speaking to Jewels for a minute. Cam wasn't speaking to Jim Jones. I'm like, how cohesive could this really be?
Right.
So then you start thinking about it. It's like, okay, we're listening to lyrics when we're doing a show. And I'm like, okay, Cam can rap. Jim Jones got better drastically later. But I'm just like, as far as the content, I'm like, I might be in love with the Heat Makers more than I was Dipset.
Got you.
I like the beats.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm really not surprised.
Yeah, because I ain't going to lie, with Locks, it was just like, for me, I know everybody was just like, man, Jada just caught that 50 piece. It was all Jada. But I just feel like their approach to it is like, all right, cool. Like, we the underdogs in this. We're going to do what we need to do. We're going to perform. And we're just going to show you that it's levels.
Everybody.
Like, even though we may not have the records or the swag, we not going to win with swag. We going to win with what we got.
Everybody played their part, man.
Yeah.
Like, people forgot Sheik had 2 or 3 hits, solo joints by himself.
People were sleeping on Sheik, too.
But then also the Locks went through what they were supposed to go through, the songs they were supposed to play. Dipset left a lot of records on the table. And I was like, what are y'all doing? and then I think Jim had played the G's Up. I was like, and then you played it for like 7 seconds and went into something else. I'm like, you don't just skip over that. Like, that's one of them ones.
Right. So what other verses? I mean, I know you said, okay, Wale and J. Cole should do it verses, but like, what other verses, if you were to name 2 others, you think should
happen? I think 50 should have battled T.I.
T.I.
got more. Like, T.I. can't just battle anybody. T.I.'s had a lot of hits.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good matchup for him.
And I don't think he was disrespecting Busta when he turned it down. It's a style clash. I like how people suggest Busta and Missy because of their animation, but I'm not so sure that's going to be as good song-wise as they think it's going to be. Busta really might run away with that.
He could. Salute to Missy, though.
But yeah, T.I. and 50, I would have liked to say. I know they like to have these beefs where you want, like, The Game versus Rick Ross, or you want 50 Cent versus Rick Ross, or 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. But I'm just like, I'm glad it wasn't that, because honestly, their beef isn't squashed, and that wasn't going to squash it. I mean, shout out to Jeezy and Gucci for squashing theirs. Yeah, getting to the money. But Ja Rule, as far as hits and they both got a lot. We might have got cheated out of not getting Ja Rule and 50.
I agree.
But the Jay and Nas thing that everybody wants, man, like,
that wouldn't have been close, in my opinion. Hit-wise, it would have been close.
I don't think so. Like, Nas got songs that we like a lot, and we like Nas, but hits wasn't his style of records. Now, the one thing I don't want to see that people are suggesting, and maybe it's just my preference, and I'm not the biggest fan of Ice Cube, but I don't think Ice Cube stands a chance with Scarface.
No, I don't either.
I don't know why that's being suggested.
I mean, they can story tell, but it's levels to it. And I would take Face every day of the week.
I can't really think of anybody I want to see Face against.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So,
I was just asking because I'm just like, it's different. I know for me, it's just like, okay, no, the artists nowadays, I mean, hey, I don't know. Like, to me, I would say a versus that would make sense. That's interesting. But I know that there was, I guess, beefing or probably still beefing still. Drake and Kanye would be dope. I think it would be.
I think that one could actually happen before we get Jay and Nas.
Yeah, I think that one that would be good. And to be honest with you, depending on who plays off of whoever, I don't know who would win, because I ain't gonna lie, because like Kanye can go in his bag.
They can rebuttal records. See, this is the thing. You know what? You know why Kanye wins? I just thought about it. Kanye got other people's songs he can play.
That too.
Because again, you could play what you produced.
Right.
So if Kanye only plays songs that he's rapping on, then that's a little different.
For sure.
But then Drake comes fighting back because Drake can play songs he's featured on.
Facts. Got you.
You want a lot of songs with Lil Wayne, and you know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
That one might be better. Yeah, that's probably the ultimate one then.
Man, see, look, man, we didn't talk about everything. We talked about community. We talked about, basketball. You know what I'm saying? He sat there and put me in the positive peer pressure hot seat with the battle rap. You know what I'm saying? DMV scene. Look, man, we kick it on the regular. We just have to do this on camera. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, with that being said, did you have any motivation for the people out there? Any pick me up? Because I know it's hard out here. You still moving through the COVID times. You moving like COVID didn't even really affect you.
I can't.
Even though it has. It's affected me too.
Like that. I can't freestyle this well.
That's okay.
Nah, man. I really don't have anything to say. Just I'm still like I think people sometimes look for me to comment on certain topics, gun violence, or whatever. Like, I don't always have the answer. So sometimes I just sit back and just watch, let my thoughts develop. And then, you know what I'm saying? So if anything, the advice, be patient. If you don't have something to say at the moment, it's okay to not just jump out there and sound silly.
Okay.
Just, take your time, absorb situations and things, and yeah.
Yeah, I think that's well said, because I would say that. And then obviously, inspire before you inspire, and just try to help somebody. Try to help somebody, and just don't do it to try to, be the bigger person and try to look good. If it's genuinely you, be intentional. Have intention. Know the intention and what you're doing. That's what I basically say.
I like intentional. I'm about to use that.
Intentional.
We running with that.
Okay, that's fine. We can run with that. But yeah, make sure that it makes sense for you. Make sure it's aligned in your purpose and knowing what your why is and what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
So are you like a sneakerhead?
Nah. Oh, yeah. Jordans.
So you are a sneakerhead?
Yeah, I like Jordans.
So you a lying rapper. You going to say no and then it's the truth is yes.
I like Jordans.
I like Jordans too. That's honestly like one of the only shoes I've ever liked. Like Nike, like it's not even I'm trying to be cool. Like I really don't be liking designs on other shoes. But I'm not gonna talk about the shoes I don't like.
So who makes the better shoes?
I don't want
LeBron's. Wait,
I've owned one.
That question.
I've owned one pair of LeBrons. It might have been the first pair that came out. They was black, had 2 straps across the front. But yeah, that was
okay.
That was
so as far as sneakers, I be wondering why people be so geeked for the sneakers around here though. Like phone pauses, Jordans, things like that. Is it what we watched? Like, those movies or what?
Sometimes, like what Kanye said back when I used to listen to him, sometimes it's just to say you ain't up on this. Because I bought 3 pairs of phones 1 week when I was younger. $180 each because I had the money to do so.
Okay.
I bought the blue ones because Penny was one of my favorite players. And, I had the jersey, so I bought that to match. Then the red ones came out. I bought it because I had the money. Then the black ones came out, and I always want a black shoe. The black ones was just my favorite. So I said, okay, well, there's that. So about $540 spent on shoes. But other than that, like I normally don't do it though. I'm not the biggest sneakerhead. Like I don't.
I was geek for them when I was a kid. I ain't gonna lie. I had the Jordan. I had the ones. I had to get those back because I outgrew them. 11s, 5s. I
don't even know the numbers. Once you out of high school, you don't know the numbers.
What you mean?
I didn't know the numbers.
What?
So look, the reason I'm probably not the biggest sneakerhead is because my mother, though she had the money, just wouldn't let me have them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like I had some real cheap shoes. Like I used to try to like play kickball, basketball, soccer, everything.
Kickball.
I was trying to mess the shoes up.
Maurice played kickball.
Hey, listen, elementary school, yeah.
So I heard of the dodgeball, but.
No,
okay.
I was like that in dodgeball.
No, dodgeball was like that.
I was like that.
No, kickball. I played.
No, like, but it won't. No.
Talked about
Let's back up. No, we gonna go to sports because I'm athletic. Like I need you to understand. Like I'm like that in dodgeball.
Okay.
Like I was.
We had to play that.
No, like I was him for real.
Oh, you was him.
We was at the summer camp.
You ain't play me though.
I was like that in dodgeball. We used to be at the summer camp, and we got we in like the little cafeteria auditorium, whatever. So we got like a lot of room, right? It's like the length of the basketball court. So it would be a lot of people at first, and then as it dwindled down, there's like 3 people in the middle still trying to dodge. So the one dude, this how playful I was. He aiming. He ready to throw it hard as I don't know what to. So I run up to him and slide right in front of him. He throws the ball right over me. Like I'm that. Like I was him in dodgeball. So you know what else I thought I was good at? And I noticed I said thought, right? So me and my best friend, he's from Nepal. Like all my friends growing up were from like Cambodia. Everybody's from somewhere else.
Okay.
So we got real good at badminton.
Badminton. Interesting. I never really thought about
badminton is so fun. So we thought we were nice. So after months of playing it, his uncle finally tells us, or older cousin, that he was going to play us. We were like, you need a partner. He's like, nah, I don't. So he plays us 2-on-1 and beats the brakes off of us and then just starts laughing.
Because I was trash. It's like,
we weren't, though. So then my best friend starts laughing. And I'm like, what's so funny? He was like, come inside. I go inside. There's like 7 trophies. In their country, he was the world champion 7 years running.
Yeah,
I'm like, you just let me play an Olympian, bro. Like, you thought this was cute?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got set up. Everybody was like, yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and beat
but
these
my
guys.
man knew this the whole time.
Oh.
I got set up.
I feel some type of way.
Yeah.
I would.
I ain't played
I'd be
badminton
angry.
since.
I'd be upset.
I was like 9. I ain't played badminton
See,
since.
I played basketball and I played football. I love basketball more than I like football.
That's really stereotypical. Is that all you kids do in the hood? Just play basketball and football?
Really?
No, I'm joking.
Really?
Man.
You know what's interesting
basketball
though?
and football too.
You know what's interesting? I played chess. I wasn't on no team.
I played chess.
I played chess. I'm learning it, and I'm starting to value it more as I get older, obviously, and understand how important it is now.
So
So
my
anybody
favorite-
out there that want to play chess, go ahead and play. And Connect Four. I'm sorry, I get busy in Connect Four.
Okay, so
I get busy in that
the reason that I don't want to talk about Connect Four
because you lose. And
Right.
it's shown.
on my own show, I'm like 1-6, right?
That's not good, man. You
And
looking
no,
worse
it's
than the Washington
horrible.
football team out here, but we ain't gonna say that.
It's horrible. So Malik from All Homage, the
Yeah.
E brand,
Shout
shout
out
out
to
to him.
E.
Like he beat me twice in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know how that's
I don't.
possible.
But he said he spent the whole summer doing it.
So that means he probably played One Piece. You probably played over the
But
top.
I'm also
You played
trying
over the
to.
top.
I'm trying to conduct the podcast.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
asking questions.
Oh,
My
so
mind
you
is
want the
elsewhere.
benefit? So you want the
Yeah,
benefit?
my
of the
mind
doubt
is
pass.
elsewhere.
Oh, so you want to get out of the jail free card?
Yeah,
That's cool. That's fine.
that man beat the brakes off me. But with chess, I learned how to play chess as a kid. I had a computer game. It was called Battle Chess.
Okay.
So of course you're going to learn how to play the game because a computer is not going to let you make wrong moves.
Of course it's not.
So I'm learning, and it's a kind of a violent game. So the queen would take the king, she'd hug him, then stab him in the back. The rooks would turn into this brick man and beat you down. So it's like you wanted to play it because it was just interesting. It was as a kid, we like wrestling and all that, so it was just violence. But I got older, and I hadn't played it in 20-some years. So my stepson mentioned it. He was like 8 or 9, right? And I was like, "What do you know about chess?" So he was like, "I don't really remember how to set the pieces up, but I remember if you can like go through the game, like I'll learn." So I set the pieces up, got him reacclimated. I win the game. So then the next game he beats me bad. But what I wasn't told again is at his school they had a chess club the year before.
Wow.
So when he was 7, he was actually playing chess.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like how life keeps setting me up this way. So
He's just sitting there, just baiting it in. Okay,
so
you
the
know
one
what?
thing that no one's going to beat me in, because I got beat bad again in this, is Scrabble.
Okay.
It's just not happening.
Got you.
The way
Yeah, you probably got me on that. I ain't gonna lie. I
the
ain't
way
probably played that in a
like the
minute.
battle rapper in me, the fact that I used to get punished, my mother made me read the
Yeah,
dictionary
yeah.
and the Bible. Like I'm not gonna run out of words. You're
Yeah, I
just
ain't gonna lie, 'cause
you're
your
not
word-
gonna beat me in that.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
mean,
happening.
you know-
And I mean anybody. That's to anybody. You're not beating me in Scrabble words. I didn't even download Words with Friends when everybody was playing.
Yeah, Words
back
with
in the
Friends.
day,
I heard about that. Yeah.
because it was pointless.
Got you.
Nobody gonna beat me.
Yeah, I'm about to say wordplay.
It
for
just
you
wasn't
is probably-
happening.
Yeah, wordplay for you is pretty crazy.
Because
I'm
what
not
people
gonna
don't get with Scrabble, it's not just the words. You could use a 3-letter word, and it's the placement of the triple letter score, the triple word score. So what happened was I used to do the little student learning hours we had to do in high school.
Yeah.
I did. My mother made me do them at a assisted living place.
Okay.
So there was a guy that was 93 years old. We were playing Scrabble because that's all I did was like recreational activities. With him.
Okay.
I'd call off the bingo numbers and do stuff like that.
Okay. Bingo,
So
bingo.
this guy kept using word, and some of these people in there were, dementia, and like their minds weren't fully functional like they once were. So I'm thinking, all right, he making up words. I'm gonna let him slide a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to lose this game.
Right.
So eventually you can call people out on words, and you can pull out the dictionary, but if it's there, like it's a whole nother situation that has to happen then.
Got you.
So I'm losing points because I'm challenging them, and these words are there. And I'm like, you know what? That's one of the things that made me read the dictionary.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So now,
Ain't nothing wrong with reading, man. That's another thing that
Nah.
we gotta normalize with our people. We gotta read books. The information is out. there.
I've probably
All that
read
stuff.
more books than 90% of the world.
I read more books after I graduated from college.
I read them beforehand.
But you still gotta read them.
My mother intentionally moved 2 blocks away from New Carrollton Library.
Okay.
I lived in New Carrollton Library. I was the only person that was allowed to reshelve books. Like
That's what's
I
up.
was in there so much. So my mother probably made me do more book reports than PG County's school system ever did. My mother
Wow.
There's a library.
I remember those days, man. We gotta get back to that.
There's
too.
a library in the house.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't read books for my age group. So at 13 years old, I'm reading Gifted Hands, The 7 Habits, Think and Grow Rich. My mother's listening to Les Brown and Ben Carson and Willie Jolly. Like, this is what I'm reading at 13.
So exposure is very, very key for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's important for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
So the books that grown-ups are reading now, I read then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And fully understood it. One of my favorite books, I want to know your favorite book. Asada Shakur, the autobiography. The way this book is written is incredible. Like, every other chapter is her life growing up, joining the Black Panthers and all that, and then every other chapter is court. So right when the judge about to bang the gavel, it switches back. So when I was 17, I was walking to the store, and I'm just like, and she did this cliffhanger at the end of every chapter. Ooh. You don't put the book down. I read the book in 2 hours, like, straight.
That's crazy.
Because I've never seen another book.
I'm going to have to say the way of a Superior Man was probably my favorite joint.
Okay.
Because I learned about myself a lot about the joint. And it's like, those books where it's like reality sits, you've been looking in the mirror and been like, all right, yeah, nah, you know what? This is what's really wrong. But it exposed me to a lot, like that notion of spirit, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally.
It's funny you say reality, right?
Yeah.
So, you know how everybody says they're real? I might be over real. Like, I don't even, I'm over real to the point that I'm over reels. Talking movies, those is bars right there.
Yeah, it is. I'm about to say, hold on, I'm in this more gift right here.
So what I'm saying though is like I don't like fiction.
Okay.
I can't enjoy some movies because they get too unrealistic. Okay. Have you ever seen the movie SWAT?
I've seen it.
So I love the movie at the beginning. It's great. So then they got this prisoner and they're transporting him, and he's rich. So he offers whatever $10 billion, whatever, if somebody can break him out. And next thing you know, people are in traffic with rocket launchers. And I'm just like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like my wife and son go and see all the Marvel
the superhero movies. I'm a big fan
I don't
of Marvel.
like any of them.
I can understand that.
I do not like extra fictional because I'm just like, world history, I didn't realize how much I love, because math was my favorite subject. I didn't realize how much
English
I love.
was mine. I love reading and writing, but
I had to be good at English because my mother, that was her subject. I didn't realize my mother wrote poems until I had wrote one in 16, and she broke out all these shoeboxes full of. So she don't like rap, but I told her, you're the reason I can rap. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize how much I liked world history, but I realize now it's because it's something that really happened. I like reality. Yeah. My mother made me read so many autobiographies that something like I wouldn't appreciate a comic book. Like I know I'm supposed to look at it for the entertainment value of what it is, but it's hard for me. So I can watch a show and I know that is loosely based off a true story, but I'm like, at least it had a foundation of truth.
For sure.
Like, I just can't with extra fictionalized stuff.
It's all good. So if that's the case, now I'm saying, who was your favorite actor? Like, if you had a favorite actor or you've had a favorite movie.
What do you mean? Like, my favorite actor is everybody's favorite actor. What are you talking about?
Who is everybody's favorite actor, though?
Denzel Washington.
That's not everybody's favorite actor.
It should be.
Why should it be?
Because he's A, B, C, and D. Like, if I give you the John multiple choices, Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean?
I'm just saying, that's not everybody's favorite actor. I'm just asking.
In my time frame, it is.
Yeah, I mean, so, for me.
Even though I do think Will Smith is comparable.
Will Smith is, he's
I definitely think he's comparable.
Yeah, I think he is. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx underrated.
He is as well. Because what he did with Ray, like, this was the argument. So, somebody had made a post one time when it was like, one got to go.
Yeah. And it's funny.
It was Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx, and Don Cheadle.
Wow. All of them phenomenal, though.
Who got to go, though? One got to go.
I'm going to have to say, respectfully, and I don't even want to do this, but Jamie Foxx would have to go.
That's what a lot of people said. I said Don Cheadle.
Wow.
The reason I said Don Cheadle is because, for me, what Jamie Foxx did in Ray is just...
Oh, no, that's probably one of the best, if not...
Now, Don Cheadle has played some people and really encompassed them, too. But when I thought about... I thought about each one of them playing a different person, right? Okay. What Denzel did with Malcolm X is...
phenomenal.
Will Smith with Ali.
Phenomenal.
Jamie Foxx with Ray.
Phenomenal.
And then I was just like, Don Cheadle's done it twice, but I'm like, it's not better than those three to me.
Facts.
That's why... it was Don Cheadle.
Okay.
So why did Jamie Foxx have to go for you?
Jamie Foxx had to go to me.
Or why did you keep Don Cheadle?
I kept him because of all the other joints that he did. And I just felt like, even with that, it's just like the resume. I mean, the resumes were kind of like the same, but for me, it was just like more gravitating. Like, Jamie Foxx has had impactful films, in my opinion, but I can't really name that many.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Now we doing these top things. Okay. Athletes.
Oh, gosh. I knew this was coming. It's funny though.
To me, I think Serena Williams is top 5 athletes ever.
I'm not mad at that. I put it there.
Because
I put it
like shorty different. Like I don't think people realize the shape you got to be in to play tennis, man. Like that is, I can't play tennis. I tried that same best friend.
Yeah.
His older sister played tennis. I watched her. Nah, I ain't fast enough to play tennis.
Got you. Yeah. I mean, that's
Will
dope.
Chamberlain was freak. Like if you ever watched him on YouTube, like that man was like freakishly. Like he's the freak. Forget Giannis. Will Chamberlain was the freak.
He's the initial, the original, the OG.
The high jump and the speed and all that.
Got you. I mean, I think it's dope. You feel me? I think at the end of the day, when it came to athletes and stuff like that, yeah, Serena definitely, LeBron.
Definitely.
Let's see.
Is Tom Brady the football GOAT? Forget athleticism.
Of course.
Is he close with Peyton Manning? Is he?
I think he's past him.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Do you think it's debatable? Like if someone thought it was Peyton,
I'm not mad if they thought it was that.
6-ring Tom though.
Yeah. It's
so
heavy.
Is Jordan is the GOAT basketball player?
I can say that.
From your time, from what? Because I didn't, like I said, I really don't want.
I mean,
to
you
disrespect,
just schooled me on.
I don't want to disrespect Bill Russell.
No, you schooled me on it. I mean, because some people look at the
rings.
difference. It's 11 rings. Yeah, you got 5 coaching or 6 playing or however he got it. But I think Jordan is. If you're looking at playing the game, like you literally dribbled and you put a uniform on, I'd have to say Jordan is.
Do you know who might be the best basketball player of all time? No, I'm talking about high school, college, and NBA. And maybe his name's not mentioned enough. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I'm not mad at that.
Kareem ain't lose.
I'm about to say you said. I remember you put. Yeah, you.
He
you
didn't
tweeted
lose.
You tweeted. I'm about to say you tweeted something about Kareem, so I ain't upset at that. He did not.
In high school, might have lost in 4 years. Might have lost 4 games.
That's crazy.
In college, in 4 years, he might have
shout
lost 4 games.
Shout outs to that documentary in the DMV, something in the water, that high school joint that they showed.
Hey, documentaries. How we ain't talk about this? Almost to awesome.
Yeah.
6-Shooter answered me the other day. He said it's coming out spring, fall, like 2022, summer, spring. I'm excited about that. I know there's a lot of people that feel away because they weren't interviewed. Everybody thinks that their impact is greater than whatever else. But
we need it, though. We need it, and somebody took on the assignment
I'm like,
to do
you
it,
can't
though.
interview everybody. Somebody once before was trying to do a documentary on DMV, and we talked for like 2 hours. And that's just from what I know.
Right.
Like, I was around for a while.
Yeah,
you know
but
see,
saying? That's the thing that's dope about you, because you literally seen it from, you know what I'm saying, the ground up.
Basically.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like,
so,
I'm not on the
that,
almost to awesome joint. I haven't been interviewed, and I don't care.
Yeah, you don't feel no type of way.
Like,
it's a win for everybody.
I want to learn
about it.
Just like when they make those top 30 under 30 lists or community lists.
Yeah, I thought
I'm not on that. Like, what I look at and love about those lists is if it's somebody on there that I don't know, it's like, thank you. You just got me hip to somebody that can make my network better.
Exactly, right, yeah.
Because they're on there for a reason.
Right, yeah.
Even if they're your friend or whatever, you still know that if you putting a friend on the list, you still got to be able to justify why they on there.
Facts.
So every time somebody says, I belong on a list, okay, that's fine. But in order to put you on there, you got to tell me who I take off.
Facts. I agree.
That's always my argument.
I agree.
If you think, hey, take so-and-so off the list and put so-and-so on, or put so-and-so on his list, so they should have been on the list, you got to tell me who I got to take off.
Facts. I ain't going to lie about that. Because, I mean, like, I ain't going to lie. When I look at a list, I'll be like, all right, cool. But then it's like, at the end of the day, like, stop searching for validation if you know you're already valid. Yeah. That's another thing, too. That's a bar.
Also, work harder.
Yeah, you got to work harder.
To the point where everybody know who you are.
Yeah, that's true. And then, like I said,
sometimes they just don't know you.
They may not know you. But the job is not for everybody to know you. Some people may just not understand.
And they also
learn
to read what the list says, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, for example, KYS makes a list that says the 10 most buzzing.
Right. As in, like,
I don't want to hear,
right,
oh, I rap better than him. But are you buzzing?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can sit there, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And that's what some people don't understand. Like, yeah, because you're buzzing, like, you're making the moves, like you were saying. I remember we talked about this earlier. Like, if you're making the moves, you're making the new moves. But if it's like, okay, you rap better, you can rap better all day long.
Yeah,
but it's
like,
just
I'm not going to be on the youngest run in
too.
the city list. and I got all these gray hairs popping out my father.
Be
Like,
who
it
are
just
you?
don't match.
Who's this guy?
How I'm not on the top 30 under 30? Oh, that's right. I'm not under 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I'm definitely in a different bracket. But nah, man, we talked about a lot of stuff, man. Like when it came to community, and I'm glad that we got that DMV scene, basketball, sports, battle rap. Man, I knew he was going to sit there. We was going to talk about battle rap anyway, y'all. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So anything that you want to tell these people before you get up out of here, man? Anything that you want to tell them?
I want to
Support this man. I'm sorry.
say-
Support this man for real, though.
I want to say that the Ultimate Warrior was the best wrestler of all time.
That's random. That's random. That's all right, though. All right. Yeah, man. That's all good. Inspire before you expire, y'all. That's all I'm going to say, man. Like I said, this guy, humble guy, I just want the best for this man. Literally all his support because, like I said, he pushed me. He motivates me on a daily basis, even though he doesn't know that. He probably be like, man, I don't even do nothing. Nah, you do a lot. And I just wanted to let you know, give you your flowers while you're here, man, because you done a lot for me, motivated me and inspired me. And we're just going to continue to work. The harder you grind, bigger you dream, man. Until next time.